Welcome back to Open Window Politics. Today we're going to be doing a prediction between AOC on the Democratic side. She, of course, is one of the most famous, if not the most famous, congresswoman women from New York. She rose to fame in 2018. She was able to beat an incumbent, kind of entrenched Democrat in New York for that district in New York City. And since then, she's been a big figure, prominent figure in the Democratic Party. And she's been floated as a potential nominee for 2028 now that she would be able to qualify for the age. And I think she would probably not be a great pick for Democrats, but we'll be going through these swing states. And then on the Republican side, of course, we'll be doing the usual contender, that being J.D. Vance. So Vance, former author, very famous author, rose to fame primarily through that, and then later senator from Ohio. And then shortly after that was picked as Trump's running mate for 2024. And then, of course, Trump won. So he is now vice president. So we'll be doing an election prediction between these two candidates. I will start out with Nevada and end with Pennsylvania. So in Nevada, I'm going to add a tilt rating. Oh, whoops. There we go. I'm going to put this into the tilt blue column. For the other Democrats I've done for this prediction, I sometimes have it in the lean blue column. However, I think AOC would, I do think she would win the state of Nevada. I think that her more progressive outlook and views would possibly turn off some key voting demographic groups that are going to be crucial to win the swing states. And I think it wouldn't be enough of a problem to keep her from winning Nevada, but I think it might be an issue in some of the other swing states. One of those states that is such an example is the state of Arizona. This state generally prefers to vote for moderates. Biden won it. Not always, though. Like Trump in 2024 won the state by a lean margin. In the state delegation, there's two Democratic senators, as well as a Democratic governor. So they've been known to elect people from both parties, and I think that Vance versus AOC would result in a Republican victory in the state of Arizona. And then we're going to get to the other half of the Sun Belt. I'm going to start with North Carolina. I do think these states are going to be close. You could put up pretty much anybody from one party or the other. Most of the country would already be decided on who they're voting for. But it is just these swing voters and independents and moderates of both parties that really determine the success of a political campaign. So North Carolina is going to bring J.D. Vance to 246. And I think the news will get even better for him. I'm going to throw in Georgia into the mix. I do think AOC would possibly stand a shot in Georgia, but I do think she would end up losing after all the votes were counted. So that is going to be Georgia and North Carolina. AOC is quickly falling behind. J.D. Vance is at 262. And then I said I'd end with Pennsylvania, so I will start with Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin, I have gone back and forth on it, but I think Wisconsin would probably end up in AOC's column. This state was really close in 2024. Really, all three Rust Belt states were close in 2016, 2020, and 2024, which is why they're swing states. But I think AOC might be able to win in the state of Wisconsin. Ultimately, I don't think it'll be the other two states will end up in that category. I think they will determine the presidency, and that it will result in a electoral victory for J.D. Vance should he run against AOC. If the election were to be held today, 296 to 241. Forgot to do the district in Omaha. I think this district, it would narrow up. It might be closer even than Harris by the margin she won it in 2024. But I think it would narrowly end up in the Democratic Party's column. So that's going to be 242 to 296. Republican J.D. Vance.